All right, welcome to another Sponsors Corner on 5 on the Floor. That's where we bring on our great local sponsors. We appreciate them. They help us bring content to you. Also, most of them are huge Miami Heat fans, so it's been a difficult season for a lot of them, including for us. Today, we're with Joe Pollio. You can find him at Cousins USA, which has been in business for 29 years. They've been sponsoring our Who's on the Move segment this year. They were prominent during all the Jimmy Butler stuff, obviously, in January and February. Now the Heat are moving on to the play-in for the third straight year. We're going to talk about that with him. Joe, first, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Okay, and again, you can find Cousins Moving on Twitter, Cousins USA. We'll talk about all of that, cousinsusa.com/5-hour Settings. Going to tell you a little bit about what he does. Let me ask you this question to start with. When we were doing all the Who's on the Move stuff during January and February, were you in favor of the Jimmy Butler trade as it played out?
Do you mean the end result of how it ended up?
Yeah, not necessarily as pouting. Yeah, the other stuff that went along with it. Were you pleased with what the Heat got for him?
I was pleased. Yes, I was a little bit teased with all the Kevin Durant stuff at the last minute, but then ultimately, I was happy with what we got. Especially what initially when they got when we thought we were going to get Schroeder and before we flipped him for Davion, I wasn't as excited, but I think Davion made it more worth it for me at the last minute. And I've always been a Kyle Anderson fan, so I liked the additions.
Okay, so now as we head into the offseason, what is the one move you would like to see them make?
Okay, so I was just talking about this. I don't necessarily think we need to go whale hunting. I think we need a better starting backcourt duo next to Tyler. I think someone that is can defend. I always said like the Drew Holiday type archetype, someone that can defend and cover some of his weaknesses on the defensive side and it still adds stuff on offense because I don't know, I just like the way the offense has looked at times this year. So I don't know. I want to continue to watch the young guys grow, honestly.
And I think that a lot of Heat fans are coming around to that. The one thing, though, that it seems like Heat fans are not in alignment with on the front office, well, it's not the only thing, but one thing, is that it seems that the majority of Heat fans would rather just get this over with, lose in the play-in, whether it's in Chicago or in Atlanta or Orlando, and just grab their pick. We know that they're going to get the Golden State pick most likely. They get the Golden State pick, obviously with the protections, whether or not it's top 10, etc. But that they want Heat fans to keep their own pick, even if it means that down the road they may be compromised by the fact that they've got to give up these two unprotected picks afterwards, which would give them less to work with. Are you one of those fans who wants them eliminated in the play-in, or do you want to see them basically play 4 or 5 games against Cleveland?
I would say I'm indifferent, but I lean towards letting them run it out because I think we've been hitting on our draft picks anyways, and I don't think it's going to make a drastic difference whether we lose in the plane or not. Um, so yeah, it'd be fun to watch them maybe win a game or two against Cleveland, but ultimately I think it ends the same way no matter what. So plus if we get a little bit of a higher pick, I don't know, maybe it's a harder decision on the front office to whether they want to go young or make a quick move and a quick reset. I lean towards, you know, wanting to do a quick reset around Tyler and Bam because you don't want the same thing to happen with Jimmy when Tyler and Bam were young and Jimmy was in his prime, and then by the time Tyler and Bam and they're entering their prime, Jimmy was out of it. So I don't want that same situation to happen with Bam specifically. So I don't know. I let them run it out, and then the front office is going to get a good pick in this draft no matter what I think. So we'll
All
see
right,
where.
final one. Just give it to Adam Simon and let's see what he can do with it. I'm kind of along the same lines as you
Yeah,
at this stage, and then you don't get compromised in the future with the loss of the unprotecteds. But because my concern, I know Greg has expressed his concern too, is that if they just add a couple of picks this year, then end up back in the play and don't make the playoffs last year, then you're giving away an unprotected to OKC. It does force you, at the very least, to be competitive quicker, and there's no
right.
guarantee of that. All right, as a fan, and this will be the final one, and then we want you to tell the people about Cousins USA. As a fan, I noticed that the Twitter space is much more interested in transactions than games. You're a moving company. Obviously, when there's a transaction, people move. They need to hire a mover at that
Yeah.
point. Are you more into it? If you're on 2K, are you playing the game or you're on My Player?
Honestly, just play a game. I just play online against people. So like I am more into the games. I don't trade like the trade deadline's always fun, but um like you, what has made the trade deadline I think a success is because despite the 10 game losing streak, um it's give us something else to look forward to, you know? So I think that I prefer to watch the games and I always have the opinion of let's just see where it goes, you know, because they're never gonna tank like you guys say. So let's just I'm watching to see it right out, basically. So
All right, now tell us about what Cousins USA does. We got Joe Pollio, the marketing director from Cousins USA. You can see the sweatshirt there. Family business down here, been around for 29 years. How can you help people and how can they find you?
yes, so Cousins USA has been around 29 years. My dad, my uncle started the business. We do local, in-state, out-of-state, even international moves. Uh, I like to say we're not just a normal local mover. We can help anyone that's relocating anywhere. So we're part of a larger van line. It's called Wheaton Worldwide. So if someone needs to move out of South Florida or into South Florida, we can probably help them with that. Um, our clientele typically is older. We have a lot of clients that when they've lived in their home for a long time and they want to move closer to their kids in another state or something like that, we're good at helping them downsize. We like to say right sizing. So we can come in, we can do a full pack, we can save them some money and just pack the fragile items if they want to do some packing themselves. We also have a warehouse in Fort Lauderdale. It's a 15,000 square foot warehouse for private storage. So that's good if someone is remodeling, right? And they have nowhere to put their stuff. Let's say they're just redoing their kitchen or their living room or something and they need to get the furniture out. They can bring it to our storage. We'll pick it up. We'll pick it up and then we'll hold it until the work's done and then we'll bring it back. So there's lots of different things we can do, whether you're selling your home or you just need stuff moved. So, and then you can find us. My sister and my cousin Gabriella have been doing a great job on our Instagram. So go to at Cousins Moving on Instagram. That's probably where we're the most active. And then, like you said, our website cousinsusa.com/5RSN. That's going to be because we're giving away 5 free wardrobe
Yep.
boxes. That way, if you have a lot of clothes and you don't want to pack them yourselves on the moving day, we can just hang them straight up in the box. You don't have to deal with it. And then we take them back at the end. So that's an easy benefit, I think, because I hate packing clothes for sure. So
Yeah. So cousinsusa.com/5RSN. Get the free wardrobe boxes. This is for you, for anybody that you know, perhaps for Terry Rozier. Anybody who would like to use this service, again, go to Cousins USA. I didn't say that. cousinsusa.com/5RSN. Joe, we appreciate you joining us. And again, we'll see if they make any moves in the summer. Although I'm with you. I think that I'm kind of in favor of a fast reset, but not by giving up all the assets, which I know.
yeah.
So
Yep.
thank you, Joe. Appreciate it.
Yep. Take care.